So all we need to do is to put the input here. So how I'm gonna put the input, I'm using the echo. And what more I need, I just need to put the form input. Oh, right now I'm not gonna put the form input. Basically I'm just gonna put the label, form label here. So this is a form label. So what the form label can do, I'm just gonna clear this thing, but right now I'm just putting another echo. I'm just typing form input. So what is the difference between the form label and the form input? Basically, you know that for putting the inputs and labels, we have to use the HTML ways in the PHP. But in the Codeigniter, we can do both. We can put the form label and form input and the general label and inputs too. I hope it seems really simple, but for the label we have to put some value. Like I'm just gonna put here the user name. Now save this and go to the browser and refresh that. So this is the login panel. Okay, this is typed in here, but when I just refresh the page, I'm getting the username and this blank text box, as you can see. Sorry, the text, simple text field, input field. So what more I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna modify these things. But before modifying, why not I just see the result in the browser? So I'm just going to the Control U, and now you can see the label and the input, both of the things are here. You can see that it has the type text value, where the attribute, and there the value attribute without any value. So what do you think, how to put the value inside this value variable, the attribute, and how to put another variables or the attributes? I'm going to the login panel and I'm just going to the Sublime 2. So one thing I'm just clearing you, that if I just put anything inside these parentheses, so for example I'm just typing hello, so where it will affect, basically it won't affect on the value, but where, if I just refresh that, now you can see that there is nothing in the value attribute. So I'm just going to the view source and refreshing the page. Now you can see that it's on the hello as a name attribute. Okay, so actually we just assigned the named to this input by using that way. There, it is looking pretty perfect, but actually we need to do a lot of more things. So what I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna add some kind of more attributes, like the class attribute, you know that how to put the name attribute, but the value attribute and its value, and the other attributes too. So did you remember this way to add the attributes? Yes, I'm just gonna use this way again. So I'm just simply going there, and first of all I'm just removing this simple hello, which is actually has no value and no working value for us. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just pressing an enter there and going to the end of this PHP tag and actually maintaining its way. Now I'm just creating another attributes. So where to do and how to do, first of all you can see that this is the attributes variable, attributes variable. Yes, this was an attribute, and this is called an attribute, and this called a variable basically. Oh my god, I just mixed up the variable and the attribute, by the way, but I hope you got the meaning. So by the way, I'm just putting there the in attribute. The mean is, this is basically the input attribute or the input attributes. So again I'm just putting an array the same way I'm just using. So what more I'm just doing here, the class, do you want to put the class first or do you want to put another things? I'm just putting the class here and I'm just using the same way, in this way. Now which class do you want to put there? I'm just going to put the class of for example the form control. As you know that we generally put this class. So save, and where to attach this in attributes, I'm just going there, and without putting any other thing, you can see that how we put the attribute there, the variable there. I'm just going there and simply putting the in attributes. Now save this and go to the browser and refresh that. It's looking in a perfect, actually not really perfect way in HTMLization, but in the PHP, if I just refresh that, you can see that it has got the class variable. That means actually we have assigned the class variable to this input. That means it's super perfect. what more I need to do, I just want to put some more things. So how I can, well, before that I have to put some more things. For example, I'm just going there and putting an echo, and here, oh, sorry about that, yeah, this one. Now first of all, I'm just putting a div here covering this one and adding a class. Okay, now that's looking perfect. And what more I'm just doing, adding a container. Okay, and simply just putting this one in, just cutting this, and first of all just breaking the echo there. Okay, starting the echo again. Now this is looking perfect. No, this is not looking the really perfect one. So now it's looking, paste this, and yes, what the heck is this? Actually, I'm just canceling this one too. So by the way, this is looking pretty perfect. If I just go to the browser back and just simply refresh this one now, oh, I'm getting some kind of echo error, so I'm just going there back. Yes, now save this and go back to the browser and refresh this one. Now I'm getting no error, but this thing is in a unique manner now, is in the in a container. By the way, you can see that this is login panel is not inside the container. Why? Because this is there. Why not I just remove this one, because this text has no meaning. So save and go back and refresh this one. It is looking perfect still. Well, some more things you must know about the input tag. I'm going there, and first of all I'm adding some enters there and there too, and what more, adding a comma and pressing enter and adding another values too. So there I'm just typing. After the class, what I'm just gonna put is the name attribute, because you know that we just can't put the name attribute anymore because I just put a variable there. So I'm just putting the name attribute and the value with the comma if you just want to put another one. So I'm just putting the value inside the name attribute is the user. Okay, now add another comma, press enter, and I'm just putting here the value, and again the same thing as you knew about that. Now inside the value I'm just putting the username. Basically we should not put the username, or sorry, the value attribute anymore. By the way, I'm just saving and going to the browser and refreshing this one, and I'm getting this. If I just go to the view source and refresh this, now what more I'm just getting, you can see that the container attribute, the container dev, which is general, but there the name as user, but the value as the username. But there I'm not gonna put the value, but instead of the value I'm just putting the placeholder. Okay, what is placeholder? By the way, you must know about the placeholder already because this is the HTML5 chapter. But in the HTML5, the placeholder can add, by using the placeholder we can add any kind of text in the input tag, like enter the user name. Now again the mistake. Now save and go to the browser and refresh this one first, and then this one's too. Now I'm just getting the placeholder. Okay, going there. Now you can see that enter the username. If I just type anything, that text has been removed, but when I just remove the value, so backspace, and now you can see that enter the username. So basically in this way we can simply create the tags in the not the bootstrap, basically in the Coordinator. So now I'm just gonna go to the next class. Stay tuned and goodbye.